makes me wonder what it would be like to drive something that isn't four-wheel drive around here. Something insane and stupid, you know? Like an F1 car. That would be a fun video. Maybe I should do that next. A little bit fed up with that. I'm always someone that likes to use sim racing as a bit of a sandbox, you know? There are so many cool, interesting combinations and possibilities out there, and a lot of them can be done just in Assetto Corsa. So, yeah, definitely worth a go if you enjoy this sort of stuff.
Challenge accepted. Hey everybody, this is Chris Overstreet, the Redneck Gaijin, and pardon me while I shrink my head down from its abnormally huge fat proportions to something that's a bit more manageable, like, for example, that. And here we are in a very white place in a very square thing, because Jimmy Broadbent released a video today as I record this anyway, in which he took a four-wheel drive vehicle around a snow-covered, ice-grip Nordschlife. And then he said that doing ridiculous things of this kind was the kind of thing that people who are into sim racing ought to be doing for fun. Well, that's fine. He suggested doing something like, for example, taking an F1 car around here in the snow. Instead, I'm going to the exact opposite end of the spectrum with one of my favorite mods, the Ford Transit. The reason being, one, I love driving the Ford Transit. Two, I drive cargo vans on a regular basis, and I have driven cargo vans in the snow on a couple of occasions. But three, I know for a fact I do not have the skill required to get an F1 car around an ice-slick track. I'm kind of doubtful about this one as well, but we're going to put in a outlap for practice and then a flyer lap, and we're going to see if we can get anything remotely resembling a decent time. To give you kind of an idea, my best time around this track in clean conditions is 11 minutes 10 seconds. So, now Jimmy took this thing around in an ordinary person's car, but he took it around in a four-wheel drive ordinary person's car. This thing is a front-heavy, rear-wheel drive, so I'm expecting a lot more slidiness because this thing is a little bit on the slidey side at high speed, even under dry circumstances. Oh, it's very understeering, very slow to respond, as you would expect. I should be in fourth gear and about 10-20 kilometers an hour quicker through that part. Through Hassenbach or Hassenpfeffer or whatever they call this section. Normally this is flat out in the van, but we are holding fairly well. In the curvier shit, I could feel where the grip was not really wanting to be there. Still, this is a very beautiful reskin of the KUNOS Nordschlife layout. Something to be appreciated. Yeah, oof. Yeah, braking distances are definitely going to be longer. Now for the foxhole. Under normal circumstances, I can get up to 165 to 170 at the bottom of this thing. I'm barely coming up on 156. That's all she's got. Oh yeah, that's no response. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, the grip is definitely decreased. And spinning out the rear tires on this thing very easy to do now. And that's the easy part of the Nords. The technical shit's coming up soon. I'm only going about 60 miles an hour at the moment, not even quite that. Oh, shit. Yeah. Maybe I can just go down the Nordschlife backwards. Maybe that'll be safer, huh? Incidentally, I turned damage off because I didn't want to record this more than once. Oh, the understeer is strong with this one. And the fact that I don't really have that much in the way of grip is why acceleration is even worse than usual right now. Even taking into account the fact that this is the uphill section. Yeah, I should be in 5th gear here and getting up to its max revs, but as it is, I'm dropping down because there's just no grip. And I'm gonna have to drop a gear. Damn it. At 50 kilometers an hour, that's 30 miles an hour. Still had a pathetic little spin out there. First time around the carousel coming up. I should be taking this 20 kilometers an hour faster, like 70 or 8. Still, we got around it okay. But now comes the really technical shit. Toughest part of the track. I'm actually hearing the snow crunch. On the Nordschlife mod, the curbs are normally pretty damn deadly. Oh shit! I downshifted, and the rear diff locked. And just watch it. Did you see how far it slid? I mean, in certain ways, that was a bit impressive. Okay. And here, as Jimmy commented, is the aptly named Ice Platz. Ice Curve. So we approach it especially cautious, get around it, and then get onto the semi-fast portion leading up to second carousel. I am being very cautious because even with caution, I've had 4 spin-outs already, I think. Second carousel. Almost to the main straight where we can finally see how fast we dare get. Alright. Pedal to the metal. 5th gear. I don't know that we'll even get into 6th gear. Top speed under normal circumstances in this thing on the main straight is about 144 to 145 kilometers an hour. And here we are topping out in the neighborhood of 130. That is what traction doesn't do for you. Alright, here is our flyer. And our outlap was a 1746. Let's see if we can do better than that, at least as far as not spinning out is concerned. Just babying it around, you know? Okay. Hassenbach's behind us. Now for flute plots. Not going as fast here as I was the first time, but I'm making sure to get through here you have to treat these conditions with respect, especially in a cargo van. Backing out long before we get to the bottom here because I want control as we get up here to... There we go. And that's another spin out, maybe averted. Uh-oh. Come on, come on, come on. Ugh. Nearly lost it there. And losing a lot of time, but we gained 20 seconds back more or less by avoiding the spin out that I had there the first time around. Easy does it. There we go. Now give it the beans. Take a couple of the beans off. Don't worry about the delta, just get it around. Let the delta watch out for itself. Not it. Got a little swirly there. And there's another spin averted. And another bunch of time regained. If I did this under 13 minutes, that would be an astounding time. Incidentally, I came into this with no practice. The outlap you saw was my practice. Just putting that on the record now. I should lift here. I didn't lift here. As I get on the gas, it gets squirrely, but we're still rolling, and that's another 20 seconds more or less. Oh. That's another one that I did better the first time around. I tried to push it, but I couldn't stay down in the carousel and give it any more gas than that. The grip just was not there. There we go. Avoid going backwards into this one. This time we're going through YouTube corner. At least pointed in the right direction. I don't think I'm going to find half a minute. But we're gonna try. We're gonna push this as hard as I dare, which isn't very much. Lost the rear end hard there and gave up every bit that I gained. Yeah, trying to push on this thing, on this surface, is really not workable. The lack of grip means that there is huge, enormous amounts of understeer. And this thing is a bit on the understeery side to begin with. So yeah, under 13, in hands more skillful than mine, it's doable. I'm confident of that. And I might even get close to that if I put in the practice. But it would be nerve-wracking. Still, if I make it around my flyer with no spin-outs, that is an accomplishment all by itself. Because, I'm not lying here, this is a very well-made mod for simulating a snowy or icy surface. Traction isn't. Oh, no, no! One gear too many on the last. And this is gonna, it's gonna ding me. Yep, doesn't count. Doesn't count. How bad is it? Am I gonna stay under 14? Oh. That's right, folks. 13:51.8. Your friendly Overstreet is made to fail. I gave up almost 20 seconds at the very fucking end of the track. Still, it is an interesting mod, and it's definitely a silly thing to do on occasion. Although, you know what? We're going to do something even sillier. Well, since I recorded that first part, I've made 3 different attempts to race AI on the Nordschlife snow track. In each of those attempts, I set the AI to 100 because I'm easily able to outdrive the AI at 100% with 100% aggression on the dry Nordschleife. The problem, and I set my starting point to last place to try to do a last to first because of past experience. But the problem is, every time I get close to the AI, they punt me off. And of course, on several occasions, I took myself off by pushing a little bit too hard in the corners. I've taken the AI down to 95, and this time I'm starting in the middle of the pack, not the back. So we're going to try to get some racing footage together, and we'll see what happens, eh? All right, here we go. Spun out the tires massively on the start, as I generally seem to do. Alright. Got through the first bad bit without getting punted. He opens the door. I'm going to try to get past him. Done. Again, this is 95 and not 100, which means the AI will be braking earlier and generally reducing their speed from what they could do. On 100% AI, I've learned they make no real mistakes, and they get a lot more traction and grip than I can. Okay. Even on 95, I am still losing ground to the cars ahead. Damn. Understeer. Massive understeer. I gained nearly a second and then I threw it away. And then I get given a little bit of a gift as one of the AIs gets out of sorts ahead of me and slows down the others. not upshifting because, again, the grip on this section is insufficient for 5th gear. We'll be losing a little bit of time even in 4th. And we're actually losing ground to the car ahead. I don't know about the car behind, but... Okay, they're lifting a little bit. I'm keeping it flat, so that's a product of nerfing the AI slightly. And I had to give up a second there to avoid plowing into 10th place there. You're welcome, Mr. Schulz. That might seem stupid to you, but I knew I'd have to go down to 3rd in any case, so I wanted to make it happen on a straight-ish section to avoid any chance of having the rear diff lock and spin me out. Didn't have enough room to send it on the inside there. The slipstream on the big straight, no substitutes. All right. Win with a chance to pick up some speed here. Might have pulled out a little bit too early, or I might not have. Damn the AI! Not downshifting. Too dangerous. I'm not going to win this race. I just don't see me having the overspeed to catch up with the others at this point. You're holding me up. I never yet have understood why the AI chooses to brake on apexes. But it still loves to do it even in the snow. Possibly especially in the snow. I had to lift too much, like lost the run on him. Don't you dare, do not you do it. Damn. Almost lost it there. I have you now. Or not. This is where it gets tricky. He's not going to be clear of me. Okay. Good, he backed out. The 100 AI wouldn't have backed out there. Now, if I can get up to Laurent there to catch the slipstream on the big straight, I might pick up one or even two more positions. Got a little squirrely there. Lost my momentum. The high inside curb was what destroyed me there after several sections with flat curbs. This is not a place to pass at all, even if I do have the run on them. The door just slams shut too soon because of the Weavy's track here. Gave it a little look, didn't like it, backed out. Trapped on the outside, not where I want to be. Boxed in, even less where I want to be. And I'm losing the slip. Damn it. I got a position out of it, but I suspect that I've given up any hope of getting more than one position out of that. Because I'm too far back for slipstream. And without the slipstream, I can't get a slingshot ahead. Not that I would be getting much anyway on this slick surface. And across the line, from 13th to 7th, give or take. And the AI, aptly the Sabine AI, did a 13:18. I don't know if 13 minutes flat is doable, but I think a really skilled driver could get pretty close. Anyway, that is a silly race after some silly hot lapping around the Nordschlife snow-covered circuit. Mod will be in the link description. Ball's in your court, Jimmy. Let's see you race these things instead of just hot lapping them. Or whatever, you can race the thing that you were driving before, or you can race F1 cars, or you can race T-Rexes for all I care. But let's see what you do. Later, everybody.
Oh, God! Oh my God. Oh, I'm going to crash. I'm going to have a massive crash. It's okay.